Hi everyone, apologies about that. We were hacked, so now let's just relax and put that behind us. Hopefully it's all finished now. So just get yourselves comfortable, settle in, and just listen to the singing bowl for a while. If you'd like to just take a few deep breaths while I'm doing this and just to get your body ready for the wonderful session. And I'd just like to take a moment to welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you're with us, and we've got a wonderful inner peace session today, so get ready for your calm to come.
Hello.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to pass you over. Again, I'd like to personally welcome you. I'm Christie. I've been a part of Satsang now for over a year and it has completely changed my life. So I will pass you for the official welcome and you'll get a rundown for the session of Inner Peace today and everything will be explained to you. Have a wonderful session, everyone.
People do ask me that when there are such toxic people and deeply disturbing situations, how can you be at peace? And I think that is an important thing to understand. Like, is there a way? People do ask me that when there are such toxic people and deeply disturbing situations, how can you be at peace? And I think that is an important thing to understand. Like, is there a way in which we can be with toxic people, or even like ordinary people sometimes do some things which shatters our inner peace? So how do we tackle that? So I personally feel that to tackle that and to understand that, we need to redefine personal progress. Our progress should not be measured in how much we have or who we are or what we have achieved in life. It should be how we react to these situations. Am I able to tackle tough people, tough situations, and still handle your inner peace, your inner poise, your inner strength, your inner happiness is not affected by day-to-day ups and downs that we encounter. Let's try to break this down. So first thing is, I would like to take a model that was described probably thousands of years ago in the Upanishads. It's a 5-step process to lasting, and it's like if we have to achieve the ocean of peace, where we are at peace, everybody around us gets affected by it, and they achieve peace as well. How do we achieve that state? So let's take it's like 5 steps or 5 realms, and at the top of the 5 realms is that destination where you have almost unchanging, everlasting, deep sense of inner peace. So let's take an example of how we all perceive and react to various situations in life. So my father used to take an example where somebody found a person lying on the ground. So basically, the person got hit by a rock and fell flat and was unconscious. So one person who was himself drunk, he looked at the person and said, must have, had too much to drink. Then another person walks by who stole something and was running, and he looked at this person and was like, this person must have stolen something and was trying to run away and, fell down. And then the third person, who was a sage, looked at this person, and compassion and care and all that kicked in and came over to help this person. So 3 people, same situation, reaction is totally different. Why? So there is outer world has events, and inner world has inner states. So every person reacts to the outer event through their inner states, and these inner states could be in one of the 5 levels. So at the lower level, like the realm of the world, where basically the focus is on me, eat, drink, and be merry. This is purely materialistic lifestyle where you don't have time for others. So if at the lower level, person looks at a person who needs help, would say, well, somebody got in trouble, they're responsible for it, and I got to do my duty or my important meeting or other things, and I need to focus on myself, and would not really care. On the second realm, the reaction would change a little, and the reaction might be, oh, I would like to help if I didn't have this other important thing to do. And there is a little more empathy and compassion, but the end result is not much different. So that's the realm of life where you have probably changed your direction to look towards peace, light, and love, but it's just a step in that direction. You haven't really achieved any real sense of change yet. And then in the realm of mind, where mind control, meditation, looking inwards becomes a little deeper, here the person would have empathy and care in a genuine way, but it's still not unconditional. It's still not developed to a point where giving becomes a real nature. Here, it's almost like 50-50, where you see a situation, you see a person who needs help. Mentally, you would be in a place to help. But again, your logic and your thought processes will also tell you why you can only do that much, because there are things that you need to take care of, etc. So empathy, care is evolving, and you have gotten to the next stage. Fourth realm and fifth realm, which I call the realm of knowledge or realm of light, where somebody has suddenly realized that they now understand how everybody else's health, happiness affects theirs. The environment, the nature, has a very integral impact on us. So understanding that in the realm of knowledge, your reaction to things would be that you have to take care of those things first, of people around you. So you now are moving towards giving more than taking. You are stepping towards unconditional love, care, and empathy that you never had before. In the realm of love, it multiplies, it's infectious. It is where if some person is in trouble, you would forget about what is important to you. You would focus on helping that person. And I saw in Satsang, the leaders, the mentors, the people who have really taken Satsang to be integral part of their life, and they achieved that lasting inner peace and light and love, were able to help thousands and thousands and thousands of people, in most cases without really affecting their livelihood or their approach to life. So when you start giving more, it actually enriches your world in many, many, many ways. So just realizing that is realm of knowledge, implementing that is realm of love. So in these 5 steps, basically, you not only progress yourself through these stages, through satsang, to the ocean of peace, but you achieve this light and love in the process that really enriches your life, your environment, and your community. And giving and unconditional love becomes an integral part of your personality. That I would call personal progress. So achieving inner peace is stepping through a process through which you become a more mature, a more giving, basically a person who has an abundance of light, which is knowledge, love, which is care and compassion, and peace, which is something that first you achieve and then you share with others.
Hello everyone, welcome if you've just joined. Today's session is going to be about inner peace, and I'm now going to hand you over to Sanjeev Ji, who is on site in Canada. So we will be joining them all together now. Enjoy the session. And just one more note, apologies for any technical difficulties today. As we are connecting with Canada, there's just been a few issues, but we will be with you any moment now. While you're waiting, take a few lovely deep breaths, relax yourself, get comfortable, and be ready for your inner peace to come out. Sanjeev Kumar, let's welcome him.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Good morning and namaskar. My name is Anita Bharadwaj, and welcome to the Saturday morning 10 a.m. Session of Ramashram Satsang. So we are coming to you live from Toronto. There's a lot of people here. Very blessed to be able to be here. And also, there's a lot of people joining virtually. Welcome to everyone. And today we are going to talk about inner peace. Of course, it's a very large topic. And so we are going to look at it from the angle that was described by Dr. Chaturput Sahayji, who is the founder of Ramashram Satsang. So inner peace, what is it? So as living beings, we all strive for peace. Peace is true happiness. So what brings us here? Why are we all here today? We probably all want to look for happiness. And it is peace that is in fact true inner happiness at its core. So a person who has achieved inner peace is actually who is truly happy, blissful, joyful. So how do we get there? So we all think that when we get the next success, materially, success in our careers, relationships, the next goal, we'll be happy, we'll be peaceful. If I just could get there, that will make me happier. I'll be so peaceful if I just get that new promotion, get married, have a child, get a certain amount of material wealth to be comfortable. Oh, that will make me so peaceful. But does that happen? We get there, we get the next thing that we are striving for. We're happy for a little while, and then we find that happiness fading, something negative happens, or we now have something else we want. The goalpost keeps shifting forward, and we find ourselves in this continuous loop of, wanting the next thing. Is this what is going to get us peace or happiness? No, this is not the path to lasting happiness. This is not the way to get there. This is not how we would achieve true inner peace. So how do we get there? So what is peace? So peace, Guru Maharaj has described peace as a place where there are no desires, either good or bad. So if we can only get rid of all our desires, whether they are, hoping for something good or something bad to not happen, either way, So that is a tall order, right? How, it is difficult for us to get rid of all our desires. So the next thing he says is, even if we do have some desires, we should not be attached to whether they are fulfilled or not. So the fulfillment of the desires should not bring us extreme happiness, and the non-fulfillment of our desires should not bring us extreme sorrow or sadness. So in other words, we need to get to a state where we are so steady inside. We achieve this state of inner steadiness so that the happenings around us, whether they are, something we perceive as good or bad, they don't cause us extreme happiness or sorrow. So a person who has achieved this state of steadiness or calm is the person who has achieved the state of inner peace that we all strive for. So easier said than done, right? So how do we get to this state of peace? Before we get there, let's talk about what are some of the biggest obstacles towards this path of peace. So Guru Maharaj, in his book, it's called Sadhana Ke Anubhav, has described worry or anxiety as the biggest obstacle that we have in this quest for peace. So when we say worry or anxiety, it is usually related to something that has happened in the past or something that we are thinking about in the future. So for example, in the past, so we tend to replay things that have already happened, that we cannot change. Nobody can change them. But we keep thinking, oh, what if this would have happened? What if that would have happened? We blame our luck. We blame our own actions, self-blame. I should have done this. I should have done that. And we keep thinking about it, replaying it like a movie in our mind. And then also about the future, like, oh, I want this to happen, that to happen, like daydreaming, overthinking, overplanning. So we keep thinking about things in the past, the present. So Guru Maharaj has described worry or anxiety as a repetitive cycle of thoughts that we have that does not reach a conclusion. So we keep on going through those repetitive cycles of thoughts without leading to a conclusion. And then this goes on endlessly. So even neuroscience has shown that if we keep thinking thoughts in a repeated way, those pathways in the mind get stronger. And that first thought will lead to that second thought, which is more worrisome, and then the third thought and the fourth thought. So by repeating and cycling these thoughts over and over, we just make these thought pathways in our brain stronger. And every time we just find ourselves either lost in the past or in the future. And what that does is it takes away from our present. Our present is all we have. And by worry and anxiety about the past and the future, we are not being the best person that we can be in the present moment. So it saps our energy. It is so mentally exhausting to always keep thinking about these thoughts, worry thoughts over and over. It affects our physical health. It affects our mental health. It may affect our performance at work. And it also impedes our spiritual growth. We want to, move towards the path of achieving more peace, more joy, figuring out this way, and we just cannot free ourselves from this cycle of worry and anxiety. This hopelessness or, where we find ourselves is really saps us of our energy, and we need to find a way out of this. So Guru Maharaj has described in the same book, the same chapter, multiple different ways that we can achieve true happiness, a more peaceful existence. And to shed further light on that, I would like to hand this over to Sanjeev ji, and he can take the discussion further. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, for happy Saturday, 4th of July. That's Independence Day. The question here is, can we be independent of all the ups and downs, all the things that we continually deal with, which take us away from peace? So can we get in touch with peace right now? I welcome everybody here. And there are a lot of new folks online. My apologies. Our Zoom session got hacked this morning. But once we meditate, after the meditation, we will split. So we will take care of the online folks here, and there are hosts online, the on-site folks here and the online. So we'll split after the meditation, but let's focus for now on meditation and on peace. So yesterday someone asked me, I think in the video, it was about, somebody asked me about how we can be at peace in toxic surroundings. Yesterday, someone asked me if we are caught up in the world, caught up in a lot of things. Can we live as a higher self? Can we be living in peace, which is deep, consistent, literally on demand? You switch on the light comes on. You decide that you want to be on peace, and you can be at peace. Can that happen? It's very hard to imagine that we can be at absolute peace, inner peace. So that's one thing Guru Maharaj said, that you are looking outwards. Look inside. It's already there. Just uncover it. But how? So yesterday I said that I can give you 2, 3, 4 very simple ways in which you can very quickly be at peace. And then I was remembering, so I'm here in Toronto, beautiful place, beautiful people, beautiful occasion. So happy to be here, and so happy to welcome everybody online as well. So I was remembering a few years ago, we went to Notre Dame. And when you go into the cathedral, there are these candles. And there might be hundreds of candles. But what if there is no candle which has light? There's no light. One candle has to be lit. That candle can light up so many. So that ritual of lighting up the candles suggests that there are so many candles, and there might be hundreds of them. if they are not lighted, that, the room could still be dark. Just one candle when it is lit. So, how does that? So that ritual shows that one person who's at peace, who's awakened, who has light within, can change everything. Find that person. And believe me, I say this from my personal experience. You meet a person at peace, you will be at peace. Hard to find those people. So then what Guru Maharaj did, that he used to say, just come and meet me and you will find peace. But then he packaged the meditation that we will do in a way that you come to this community, this meditation session, you sit together, and I'm telling you, if you follow the instructions, and a lot of times I have seen, you don't have to do anything, effortlessly, you will touch the deepest peace that you have ever found. I was trying to understand, like, how do I express, how do I explain what happens? I was sitting outside, I don't get that. When I come here, what changes? Is that the meditation, or is that the people that I'm sitting with, or is that the process has its own, nuance? So think of the process has the ability to take the higher self of each one of us and give a multiplier effect. That's how I think this process has been packaged. So Satsang, Sat is transcendental energy. Think of any, like the cosmic energy and beyond, transcendental. And that energy is what we will try to imbibe as we go into the meditation shortly. So just sitting with folks who are all trying to do that, you can also effortlessly achieve a state of peace that you cannot fathom. There's another thing. Why do we go to temples? Why do we go to church? Why do we have to go to a mosque? Why can't we just sit anywhere and be at peace? Why do we are told that, go pray there, you will feel better? Because just remembering a lighted candle, literally, like an awakened person, Buddha, Christ, Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Guru, who's awakened, just remembering them changes your state. When you go into these places of worship, you're remembering, and just that remembering changes your state. So that's the third way. And the fourth way is what we will try now, which is encapsulates all the three in some ways. So we'll try the meditation and then we'll take a few questions before we, split the online experience and on-site. So let me describe how we will get in touch with the peace inside. So to move our focus inwards, you need to follow three very simple things. One, eyes lightly closed, still and relaxed posture. So still posture keeps your body from moving too much, because every time your body moves, your mind moves with it. We want to concentrate your mind. We all want to concentrate, focus. And relaxed, because anywhere there is strain in the body, that affects, or attention goes there immediately. So eyes lightly closed, relaxed, and still posture. And now what? Think of the transcendental energy, the presence of a conscious source of this energy right here, right now in front of you. And that energy in form of light is entering your heart, enlightening your heart, and then distributing throughout your body. And you are becoming completely and totally immersed in this light. So basically, you are becoming the light. So I'll repeat that one more time. Eyes lightly closed, still and relaxed posture. A conscious source of this transcendental energy in form of light. That light is coming into your heart, enlightening it, and then distributing throughout your body, and you're becoming completely and totally immersed in that light. But that's the only thing we do. There is no activity, just observing this light, making the transformation. But mind will wander away. It'll go where it wants to go. As soon as you realize that mind has wandered away, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone. You can do mindfulness, breathing, etc. before or after, during this meditation. At this time, just focus on observing this transcendental energy in form of light. The light is entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you are becoming the light. So anytime you realize mind is elsewhere, just bring it back. We'll start with music. Music helps concentration. And then music fades away and we go deep into silent meditation on this transcendental light. And then we transition out with music again. So let's get into it now. So I will give one more formula for inner peace. So Guru Maharaj, my grandfather, wrote a 28 chapter, 7-volume book. The 18th chapter that Anita ji was referring to, Mysteries of Peace. So somewhere in that he describes in great detail the biggest challenge to peace is, as Anita ji was talking about, worry. Worry is the biggest hurdle to peace. And then he describes many, many, many ways to tackle that. The one which actually was an eye-opener for me. So I must have read that chapter many, many, many times, but then was trying to translate it, and then I ran into this one-liner. And now it's like instilled in my brain, can't erase it anymore. So what he says is that we are either stuck in the past, somehow, somewhere, some things, or we are dreaming of the future all the time. Actually, just recently I read daydreaming is a very, very, very significant part of your day. But here we are talking about, you think of a scenario in the future, and then suddenly you run it over and over with all the potential negative consequences, and then the worry and anxiety and all that just keeps increasing. So what Guru Maharaj says is that how do you go in the past and future, which then leads to worry and anxiety through your thoughts? So what if we didn't have any thoughts? Then there will be no worry or anxiety. So what we just did is an attempt. This meditation is an attempt to come to the present moment and hence not be in the past or future. So living in present moment is great because worry and anxiety doesn't touch you at that moment, if you are really in the present. Then your awareness, your consciousness also arises because then you're aware, because you are in the present moment. But then Maharishi Patanjali, who is one of the masters of the yoga philosophy, he took it to the next level. He says, why just be in the present moment? Just be thought free. So, yeah, if you're thought free, then you can't go in the past, you can't go in the future, you're thought free. You're then living in the present moment. But then, easier said than done. But what we just did is that, even for 30 seconds, if we are thought free, or if we are in the present moment, life is good, life's peaceful. So what Guru Maharaj realized is that he can write and talk and travel and all that, but people still don't understand how to be thought free. While he is describing a process, he is living that process, he has been there, done that, So what he said is like, okay, just come along. He used to say, milte julte raho. It's like, you come meet me and I'll share everything I know about how to be in a thought-free state. So on that, I think we'll do a 10-minute just interaction where online or here people can ask a question or two. And after the 10 minutes, we will split the online. So online folks, and there are quite a few folks who can attend to the questions and interaction right there. So we'll split the online and, on site. So for a few more minutes, any questions, any comments, any thoughts that you would like to share? And that's open to people here or online. And online, you can also put it on the chat. So Yuan, if you can enable audio and video and text so that people can interact if they want. So anything here?
I have a question about the future. Thoughts about the future, which can bring worry and anxiety. But doesn't one, to a certain extent, have to think of the future, plan for the future, which will kind of necessarily bring some worry and anxiety? I'm not quite sure how to balance that.
No, very, very good question. Thank you, Karen. So I wish that we were not misusing and abusing our minds as much as we do, because planning, thoughtful planning, is absolutely essential. And even achieving things is very, very, very important. The problem is that when it becomes a non-stop, uncontrolled, and something that just goes out of hand so much that, we started thinking about, oh, I need to do this, or that can happen, and I need to plan around it. And if it was just that, perfect. The problem is that, oh, I need a job. And instead of just like focusing on, here are the 5 steps, here are the things that I need to do, and, let me just go do that. It's like, what if I don't get it? What if this happens? And what if that happens? And then, oh my goodness, what will happen if I'm not able to do this, this, and this? And what I have experienced myself is just that loop, once it goes out of control, can lead to panic. But not only that, if it goes out of control, now let's say that event is a couple of weeks away, a couple of months away, and 24/7, I'm not planning, but this thought is not leaving me. And why go far? I have a person right here. He out of his own control, had a problem and the job went away. 4 months felt like eternity. Those 4 months, negative thoughts, negative this, negative that, what if? Now, thankfully, and with all the blessings, there is a job, but those 4 months, so that's where meditation, positive thoughts, positive attitude, approach, all that could have helped in those 4 months. But I personally know it was not any of that, because it was just a barrage of negative possibilities, which I was like, so it happens to all of us. So planning, achieving, but the right amount, what is the right amount? It will differ for all of us too. But if it is 24/7, or even if it is a lot of your time is going in, and I'll call it just going in circles. So that ain't planning. And especially our mind is very, very, very conducive to attaching itself to the negative. And
Yes.
right? So yeah, that's so what I have learned is that, one, taking some breaks, even if you are worried and anxious, if you can truly meditate morning and evening for 15 minutes, I'm telling you, your life will be better. Guaranteed.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to work towards that. Thank you very much.
Sure thing, sure thing. We all are, this is a universal issue. Awesome. That was a great question. Let's do one more and then there are 2, 3. Oh. Okay, so can we use this? So from within here, one of the comments is that, we try. Actually, there are people who don't, and because of that, we suffer. So how many times do we feed our body? And feeding our body is a topic in itself. Are we feeding how many times, how much, what? Is it, in India, there is like Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic, which is like positive, light, fresh food versus all the rest. But then at least we can be conscious about what we eat. Actually, I know a lot of people who are not, but then what we think or what we feed our mind is absolutely free. So we are free, and now in the social media and the TV, like there are reports, it's well documented, because our mind is looking for the negative and gets attached to the negative so quickly, the news media only feeds on that. Absolutely and totally. So, but anyway, that's a topic for another time. Yeah, so there was a question here.
Want to achieve something for that work hard, put effort,
So I'll just keep repeating the question as it starts, that we want to achieve something. We put all our effort, we are doing all the right things. So if we still don't get the desired result,
and come right with whatever one achieves at certain point of time, right? Like it's not within its control, but still we try everything,
So we are trying to achieve something that doesn't happen, then the whole misery, agony, sometimes anger, and all that follows through. And how do we tackle that? And mind constantly thinks about that, and hence we are not at peace. That happens to a lot of us. So I was actually thinking about the flip side of that too, that most of us, so if this is one particular case, but if you generalize it slightly, how are we living? The way we are living is, okay, next 6 months, I need to buy this, I need to get a promotion, I have to work towards getting married or children or this. So what happens is that we have some things that we're looking towards. And it could either happen or it could maybe not happen. So first, let's take the positive one. So I am caught up. Let's just take the simple one, right? It's like we're very materialistic people these days, right? So I want a new car, right? Until the new car I cannot achieve, this is a thought that's running in my head. And the more difficult it gets for some reason, the more it runs in my head. But what's the beauty actually this was a lecture given by my father, Dr. Narendra Kumarji, that you run through something like, I need to buy the car, or need to buy the car, I need to buy the car. It's like, what about this? What about that? What kind? What? And it just goes on and on and on and on till you buy the car, right? You buy the car, life is good. I'm so happy that I achieved this. But what my father described, he took a slightly different perspective. You are happy, but because the constant thought is gone. So you got rid of this thought, suddenly you're happy. So it goes by the same theory that when you're running something, as soon as that stops, oh, relief. We call that happiness, right? That happiness is very momentary. Why? Because then the next thing comes. Oh, what about my promotion? Car ka to ho gaya, right? So We are constantly in this loop. So one loop runs, when it finishes, we feel good, but that doesn't last too long. Another loop starts, and another, and another. So that's how, even when I meet a lot of people, meditation, I don't have time for. Let me finish this, and that, then I'll find time. That never comes, right? So now question comes to, what if I did not find the result that I was looking for? So that goes back to the definition of peace that Guru Maharaj talked about, and Nityaji described. You know, we, for most part, I think a majority of us don't even understand what peace means, because I was trying to, I said like, okay, let me look up, let me Google, what is peace? And I looked up, and I am like, this doesn't satisfy me. This is not defining peace properly. So then I went to this 18th chapter, and the first thing he says is good or bad desires. A place where you don't have those, you are peaceful. Why? Just because of that. If I accomplish it, I'll have momentary happiness. If I don't accomplish it, I'll have agony, misery, anger, blah, 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 and I'll be in that loop. So he said that when you are beyond these good or bad desires, that's when you are at peace. So we don't even understand that concept, because we are always trying to achieve. So what Guru Maharaj said is like, okay, you keep achieving what you're trying to achieve. There are other things that he said about that, but let me wrap this part up. So his view was, take 15 minutes in the morning, take 15 minutes or half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. Make that your meditation time. Get out of that loop, be peaceful. For those minutes, no desires, no agony, no nothing. Raise yourself above those. Then it goes back to, how much control do we have on the results? And that Gita says very clearly, we have very little control. Our control is what we are feeling, what we are thinking, what we are doing. If we do the right thing, our duty ends there. The result is not in our control, unfortunately. So realizing that needs that belief, faith, or whatever else, and that is, I think, universal. So 11:35 now. So at this point, I think I will ask, yeah, okay. So I'll ask that we break up, and so Juan, Christie, Onkar, and everybody else up there, like Geeta, Shivangi, and all, if you can host the online folks, we will disconnect from here. We'll take care of the on-site folks, as there are a lot of people here, and we would like to just split the experience. And just before I do that, for online folks who are there, I apologize for some of the hacking and technical difficulties we had. Next Saturday, if you join, I can join a little earlier, like 9:30 to 10. I can answer any questions or even set up some time with you separately. I'll send out an email. So we'll, at this point, Christie and Omkar, can you take over? We'll disconnect from. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you for joining in and for being here. Welcome to all the new members. It's great to have you here. And I know that this session's gone on a bit longer than planned, but if anyone would like to ask a question, please go ahead. And we do invite you all to put your cameras on so that we can see your lovely faces. And it just helps us feel more like a community when we can see who we're speaking to. So any questions or any comments about your experience today? It's all very welcome. Anyone? The link, I've just read the chat. Yes, links will be sent out. There'll be follow-up emails coming after the session and probably a questionnaire as well, so you can give some feedback. Again, we do apologize so much for the technical difficulties and the hacking earlier, but we would really love to know about your experience today. If this was your first time meditating, please come on, join me, let me know. Hi, Ajita.
Hello, hello everyone.
Hi.
Had a
How are
great
you?
session today. All good.
It was. It
Yes,
was a
yes,
beautiful session, wasn't it?
yes, and it's such a relevant topic, just like every other time as well.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
inner peace is something we all need, definitely.
yes.
Is that your daughter? Is that your
Yeah, that is
daughter?
my daughter. Yeah.
Hi. Namaste.
Hello.
It would be lovely for anyone
Um,
else to come on, introduce yourself. There's so many of our regulars here. It's nice to see you all as well.
I just want to say good morning. Well, hello and happy Saturday.
Hi, Luz. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Well, I'm healing. My
Yeah,
mom passed, and Sanjeev devoted a beautiful session to mothers, and it was really
yeah.
sweet. But I'm in a better place because of all the support I've been getting.
That's
But I just
amazing.
Thank you. I just wanted to say hi, Ajita. You and your daughter are just beautiful. And Christy, I loved your meditation
Thank you.
about sound bath in the morning. Um, and I want to say hi to everyone who's new here. Um, and I just wanted to share that because I think I saw a question about whether or not this is a series. Yeah, this happens every Saturday. I've been attending these sessions since 2022, I think. So they happen every Saturday and every Tuesday, I think. It's more than once a week. I join the Saturday sessions, and it's kind of like just what you saw today. You know, we kind of open with well, Christy lately has been doing her beautiful sound baths, which are just wonderful way to get into a kind of a meditative state. And then Sanjeev will either have a video play about, you know, a topic, an interesting topic, or he will engage, you know, he'll be present on the session and talk about something. Then we'll get into the meditation, and then after the meditation, he usually opens it up to people who have questions or had something on their mind. It doesn't have to necessarily relate to the topic that he talked about in the beginning, but it's often honestly like I mean, every single time it's an amazing session. It helps me to just reset my week. It helps to get in touch with concepts that are very meaningful, things that maybe, you know, I want to be reminded of, or things that have been on my mind. And it's just very deep. I end up feeling like these sessions are just so filled with depth and learning, and I love hearing other people's perspectives. So this is just I love this. This is why I'm still coming to this, you know, 6 years later. So, or six, is it 6? 4, sorry. Got to do my math, right? 4 years later. Well, anyway, welcome everyone, and we hope to see you soon. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Well, thank you so much, Luz. That was just the best rundown. It's true, like first, Luz, I am sorry about the loss of your mother, and I'm sorry I couldn't make that session. As you know, I lost my mum too, so I really wish I could have made that day. But I did watch it back, and it was very beautiful, very moving, and deeply healing. And weekly, we do have, as Luz said, we do have certain topics, and they are very healing, very informative, and it helps take us to the next level of our spirituality and our journey to peace. And ultimately, that's what meditation is. It's to help us reach that state of nothingness. And many other meditations that we're used to, especially here in the West, are just breath-based, pure breath work throughout the whole thing, guided visualizations, all things like that. But with this meditation, it's just that special piece of music that was played, which for newcomers, it's actually based on, I believe it was a prayer that Guru Maharaj made. If I'm wrong, please do correct me, someone. So it's a very sacred piece of music that leads us into the meditation. So that already invokes a sense of peace within us, which is beautiful. And then we have that silence, and that's the time that allows us to just reach our inner peace. And the more that we practice it, the more that we will reach it. So having the 2 sessions a week is amazing. As you can hear, I'm from London, so I'm not able to make the Tuesday sessions, as for me it's in the evening. I believe it's early evening or late afternoon for people in America. If you'd like to find out about the Tuesday session, it would be on the website or in the newsletter, which you will all receive. Thank you very much for the comments about losing my mum, and I hope that everyone has had a great session. I would love to see you all back next week, and if you don't know, we do have a great website. I believe it's home.ramashram.org. If someone can please pin that for me, I would appreciate it. And we also have an app, the Kajabi app, and you can join that from the website. And there we've got a community, and on there we are posting up daily quotes, daily inspirational messages from Guru, and lots of things. I will write up a piece every week, and a motivational piece, a piece about my experiences in the meditation. And I'm also doing like quizzes, word searches, all to do with spirituality. And we have a big quiz on the website, on the main page, to help you see where you are at the moment in your spiritual journey, and which sessions that we run here that could help you. So please take the quiz. It's fun, it's very short, so it won't take up much time. And come and join us on the app and introduce yourselves. I hope that you all have an amazing weekend. And before we go, would anyone else like to say something? I think I've spoken enough and chewed your ears off. Is that everything? Okay, everyone. So I will let you go. Go off, have a peaceful, beautiful weekend. Happy Saturday. May you all be blessed. And I would love to see you all next week. So thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Christie and Luz. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Happy
Bye.
Saturday, everyone. Bye.